the place for comic book and anime reviews.
Hey there, you guys. Welcome to the Brandon Campbell 12 YouTube channel, playing with comic book anime reviews. And today I'm doing you guys a topic video on my worries for the MCU Ms Marvel. So this is coming out right after they revealed Ms Marvel's costume, which is very comic accurate. Like I really enjoy the costume. I think it's a pretty decent costume. I do think it looks a little weird without any effects being done with it, but I'm sure it'll look better when a trailer comes out for it. Like, cause like I think the mask's a little bit off for it, but again, I'm sure it'll be fine. I think the big thing away from that set photo was that they are aiming for a comic accurate costume, which is, I guess, pretty good, technically speaking. But let's just put it like this: I am a little bit worried. They actually kind of adds to my worry a little bit, uh, because the MCU is going to have a huge problem here, right? Because in the comics, Ms. Marvel Kamala Khan is an Inhuman. The belief was that they were going to change her to becoming a mutant in the MCU. Uh, and that was kind of one of my hopes as well. They make her into a mutant in the MCU. Uh, as well, if they're going to choose anything. And who knows, maybe they could just have her be an Inhuman and introduce her all the other humans Inhumans that way, which would be a good sign of things to come. Doesn't sound like they're doing either one of those though, based on the rumors. Now that should be one thing I should know. These are still technically rumors, but they are from sources like Grace Randolph, like some few other reports that are being cited for these rumors that are coming out. Uh, but they're from some pretty interesting sources, not like super credible sources, but they are somewhat credible. I wouldn't call Greg Randall the most credible source though. But I do think there's some evidence for this. So the belief is right now that Miss Marvel is going to, instead of having her stretching ability, her stretching and shrinking ability, um, deal, she's instead going to be have the power of like lightning or whatever, which I find to be disappointing. I think that's a humongous mistake if I'm being quite honest with you. And her not, and that you won't be a mutant or inhuman is also an even bigger mistake, in my opinion, as well. And that's probably like the biggest mistake you could have made out of all of them, and make her neither one. Instead of just having her be a person with powers, because she does have so many character moments with the X Men, with the Inhumans, quite a bit, and it also adds to her being a marginalized person, a Muslim or Pakistani type person, as well to make her in at least one of those groups. So the fact that they're not even doing that, I kind of find to be extremely disappointing for her story going forward. And I kind of wish they wouldn't. And it also really worries me for the Miss Marvel comic, because we know that comic had, I mean, Magnificent Miss Marvel has been canceled, and they were trying to new with Miss Marvel in that series. And with them trying such different with Miss Marvel, I worry that when the Miss Marvel comic comes back, that they're going to give her these lightning abilities. Well, that's probably my biggest thing I hate. I really hate this whole thing where stuff from the movies has to be used in the comics. I think that's like really dumb, like extremely dumb. I just keep them separate. Just how people do their own thing. Don't try to bring stuff in. And I worry they're going to do that with Miss Marvel, and that would be extremely disappointing. And it would be such a Hollywoodization of Miss Marvel as well. There's also problems that going on with Miss Marvel that have been talked about as well with the cast. One, the cast being conservative. Uh, there's been talks of one having a past sexual being a sexual predator, which is also a humongous issue. There's a lot of issues going with the Miss Marvel production that extremely worry me from this actual show, and if it will be a good show. And it's from Marvel, so it might be a good show, but I worry that there might be problematic elements within this show. And really, this is a big mess for like the Marvel's cast in general, because I don't think Carol Danvers hit as well as she probably could have. Kamala, I'm worried about. The only one who is still staying strong right now seems to be Monica Rambeau. And we'll see what happens there in the Marvels that have been announced and what happens with that whole storyline. Hopefully, these rumors aren't true. Hopefully, they are going to do a somewhat comic accurate version of Kamala. But I have my worries. I also have my doubts. Especially when the logo was originally further from Ms. Marvel, with it having that little lightning bolt at the very end of it. That is not a good sign for where this character is going to go in the future. But hopefully it works itself out. But I definitely have my worries in that regard. But yeah, there's really on this whole Ms. Marvel ordeal. Hopefully it turns out good. Hopefully they still make a good show out of it. But I definitely have my worries when it comes to it. So please subscribe for more videos like this, and I will catch you guys later. Peace out.